Hey guys, how's it going today? Dude, Longcouch here, and we're going to try something a little bit different today. So, full disclosure, I am a PlayStation Plus subscriber, and I've had this idea for a while that I wanted to try and cover the PlayStation Plus games that come out for free every month, just to kind of do something a little different, get some variety up on the channel, and, have something new to do every month. I thought it'd be fun. And at the same time, I also wanted to try covering some games that aren't necessarily these long, overblown, huge narrative things, but I wasn't really sure how to approach that with a Let's Play kind of style, and honestly, I'm not sure you can. So this is going to be a one-shot that I've actually pre-recorded and I'm now dubbing over. This game is called Rocket League, and long story short, it's one of the best games I've played all year. I'm really digging it right now. It is free for PlayStation Plus subscribers, and it's also $20 on Steam. I don't think there's a major difference between the two versions, but I can't say that for sure because I haven't played the Steam version. So the first thing, as you can see here, there is a lot of customization you can do to your vehicle. Different colors, different body types, different wheels, all that good stuff. You pretty much unlock things every time you play a match, which is great. Kind of a lost art in a lot of video games, I think. And here you can see the matchmaking. Apparently, the servers had a lot of trouble when this game first launched, at least on the PC version, but I guess they cleared them up pretty quickly because you can see how quickly that connected, and that's pretty much been my experience the whole time I've been playing it. And I've probably put in, it's hard to say, maybe 3 or 4 hours total now, and the matches only last 5 minutes. So, if that tells you anything, the matchmaking has been pretty much perfect. It does a good job of matching you up with people similar to your skill level. I haven't experienced hardly any lag. And if, by chance somebody drops out on your team and you have to play like 2 versus 3 or 3 versus 4, the game will actually give you an AI opponent right away, or an AI teammate, or an AI opponent, whichever team needs it. And the AI players in this game are actually fairly competent. I've been kind of surprised. Like, I'm not mad at all when I get an AI, user on my team, because it's just like, a lot of times they're better than the people that I'm actually playing with. So here's a shot that I made from half field, which is kind of amazing. Just by chance, I started recording this gameplay with the intention of dubbing over it later, and the first one I recorded just happened to be one of the best games that I've ever played, like the best match. There I got another goal. That wasn't even really anything I did. You can just kind of see here, it was like I was the last person for the ball to bounce off of, and it just kind of landed in the goal. I'll take it. There's not really any, team killing or team betrayals in this game. If you happen to knock the ball into your own goal, the point will go towards whoever on the last team touched it. So I haven't experienced any griefing at all. The community seems pretty great so far. Nobody's been, like, an asshole. Not a lot of rage quits and stuff like that. But, I think the great thing about this game is that even knowing that you're going to lose sometimes, it doesn't really affect me at all. I've been known to become pretty competitive in a lot of online multiplayer games, but in this game, even when you're getting your ass kicked, it's still just a joy to play. The number one thing that sticks out to me in the immediacy for the reason for that is because the controls are absolutely perfect. And I mean that. I can't think of hardly any problem or any shortcoming with the control. It's the type of game where if you end up somewhere that you didn't mean to be, or you do something you didn't mean to do, it's pretty much entirely your fault. I mean, you can accelerate to full speed extremely quickly, you can turn and stop on a dime, you can power slide. I mean, everything that you want to do is very easy to do, and it works great all the time. There are 2 different cameras in this game. Now, I tend to switch back and forth between them. The great thing about it is that you can actually switch between them with the press of a button. On the DualShock 4, it's the triangle button. One of them is just kind of like a free camera that you can swivel any way you want, and the other one locks onto the ball. It's called ball camera. And I tend to kind of use the free camera most of the time. I tend to kind of suck when I use ball camera. I had it on a little bit in the beginning, and I'm sure you'll see it again at some point. You'll actually see an indicator in the lower left corner when ball camera's toggled. I kind of only use it to actually locate the ball. If you don't have it turned on, you can see there's a little arrow by your vehicle that points towards wherever the ball is. If you turn the camera on, though, it'll actually point towards that, and it kind of makes it difficult to control, in my opinion. Some people really like it, and they do really well with it. More power to you, whatever you want to do. This particular match right here is actually a very high-scoring game. Most matches I've played aren't really like this. Especially in the first minute of the game, we had like 5 goals, which is kind of nuts. The one downside to the really high scoring games is that, as you can see, every time somebody scores, there's an instant replay feature. And it'll play the instant replay in its entirety every single time, unless every single person votes to skip that replay. The problem with that is that, inevitably, there's always at least one person that does not skip it, no matter who scored the goal. It's usually the guy who scored the goal who doesn't want to skip it because he wants everybody to see it, even though nobody else cares. But even sometimes there's just one guy who's not paying attention, and you pretty much always have to watch the replay. Very minor gripe. It's not something that bugs me all that much because it goes quick, and it gives you a nice little breather. So you can see you have turbo in this game. You activate that with the circle button on the DualShock 4. The equivalent would be B on the Xbox controller. Can't tell you what it would be on whatever your PC controller is because that's entirely up to you. And there you see me getting blown up. So you can do that if you accelerate to full speed and ram into somebody when your turbo is activated. It doesn't always seem to work 100% of the time. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know if there's something like tricky about that I haven't discovered yet. I think there's probably a lot of hidden depth to this game. You can see here I got a hat trick, which is something I will probably never accomplish again, so I'm really happy that I was able to capture that and put it on video. In any case, what else? So every time somebody scores, there's a face-off, and everybody rushes towards the ball, and then you can do a double jump in the air. You jump the first time, and you'll get a little bit of air. If you hold it down, you'll jump a little higher, but then you can hit it again to do a double jump. And you can do that in pretty much any direction. You can do it forward, to the sides. You can do it back. That's called a bicycle kick. The bicycle kick doesn't have a whole lot of power, but I try to do it. See, I just did it right there. That's convenient. And it just makes me feel cool. Even though it doesn't get a lot of power, you can kind of use it to reverse the direction of the ball, so it works out pretty good. You restore your turbo by driving over those little yellow markers on the ground. That's not something I actively think about when I'm playing. I just kind of hit them when I hit them. There's ones that actually have like a ball icon over them, and if you hit one of those, you'll get a full restoration. And you can actually fly in this game too. I think I tried this near the end of the match. It's pretty damn difficult to pull off though. The air control thing is something that I think it's by design. It's something that's very difficult to do with any level of precision, because I think that's more for like the master level players. I've heard that there are a lot of players out there that can already do some, amazing, crazy shit. I personally haven't seen any of that. I haven't encountered any of them in matchmaking. But my understanding is that this game gets nuts when you really learn how to fly through the air. And you do that by just jumping and then activating your turbo in the air. So if you don't have any turbo build up, which you can see by that numerical value in the lower right corner, then you won't be able to fly at all. And as you can see here, you can drive on the walls, you can drive on the ceiling, you can pull all kinds of crazy shit, just jumping around every which way. There's a lot of customization on the car, and like I said before already, there's pretty much every time you finish a game, you will unlock something. You can see I got my little propeller hat right there. I think it looks pretty cool. Signifies me as the drooling nerd that I am, so everybody knows. And there's a lot of different things to unlock. You can actually unlock the Sweet Tooth car from Twisted Metal if you get a win with every different car body in the game. And you can see I got some demolition points there because I blew somebody up by powering into him with turbo. So we're coming down to the wire here, and it's tied 5-5. There's only 41 seconds left. If you happen to run out the clock with a tie, you'll go into overtime, and whoever scores next wins. It can get pretty intense. You can pull up the scoreboard at any time and see everybody's ping. You can see who's in, who's dropped out, who's not there. You can see your ping so you know whether your connection's good or not. And my ping has always been pretty decent. It seems to hover right around 45, 55. It's always below 60. There's another goal for me. I'm just on fire. You can't stop me. And I don't know how many good things I can say about this game. Like, it's free if you have PlayStation Plus, and I know PlayStation Plus isn't free. I know. But all I'm saying is if you're already paying for that, you've made the decision to pay for that because you want to play games online, then the fact that they're just giving you this game is an incredible value, because it's literally one of the funnest games I've played all year. And I imagine that I'll also pick up the Steam version at some point, just because I really do want to support this title. If they put out any DLC, I'm sure there's going to be something like that at some point. I'll be happy to pick that up too, and I'll be happy to show it to you guys if there's anything different that comes in. There's a lot of different maps, but they all are structured exactly like this. They just have different, like, environmental atmospheres. There's one that's, like, really sunny. There's one that kind of looks like a... I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a garage kind of effect with the ground and everything. That didn't make any sense at all, I know. But, so, there you can see, I unlocked Breakout Flames decal, which I could go in and apply anytime I wanted. And... there's the final score. I got 820 points. They grade you on everything, so you can kind of see who was the best, who was the most worthy, and who sucked, if you're into that kind of stuff. And that's pretty much all I have to say about the game. Fantastic game. I can't recommend it enough, and I'm going to be trying to do these more and more often as more, PlayStation Plus games come out. I want to try and do this with at least one of those games every month. I don't know if I'll get to it or not. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. This is Rocket League on PS4. I'm Dude Longcouch, and I hope to see you in the next video. Later, guys.